In 1995, Bruce Willis smashed his way back onto the big screen as John McClane, this time in the middle of New York City. Let's get into it.
The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, the little ones all sing Sucky's time and they all go marching.
Hi, my name is Scott and I talk movies. Today we're talking about the 1995 action thriller and the third movie in the Die Hard trilogy, Die Hard with a Vengeance. This movie follows John McClane, played by Bruce Willis, dealing with terrorist threats in the middle of New York City and teaming up with convenience store owner Zeus, played by Samuel L. Jackson. The terrorists are led by Simon Gruber, played by Jeremy Irons, who is, in the movie, of course, Hans Gruber's brother. This time around, instead of being in one place at the same time on Christmas Eve, this movie takes place in the middle of New York City, and basically this terrorist leader, Simon Gruber, calls McClane and is always like, if you don't do this, I'll blow something up. So these terrorists are playing Simon Says with him. With the complaints of Die Hard 2 being too similar to Die Hard 1, 20th Century Fox wanted to do something different, so they got a hold of a script written by Jonathan Lensley called Simon Says, and they bought it, and the Simon Says script wasn't even supposed to be a Die Hard script. John McTiernan, who directed the first Die Hard, wanted to come back, as he said, quote, 2 was shit and I wanted to revise it. So of course Bruce Willis returns and he has Samuel L. Jackson as a co-star, and they got the roles because the producers had just walked out of seeing Pulp Fiction and loved their performances. Jeremy Irons was picked because of his amazing and menacing voice as Scar in The Lion King. Something interesting about this movie is that the song The Ants Go Marching is pretty much the theme song throughout this entire movie. Something else interesting is that this is the first time there's a female terrorist named Katya, who is Simon's girlfriend. And another thing is that the terrorists aren't corrupt American soldiers like Die Hard 2. Now they're German again. He
said, don't shoot.
This movie was a huge hit in the box office, making $366 million, and it was the highest grossing movie of 1995, beating other hits like Toy Story and Seven. Getting into the positives. I personally think this is a big runner-up to the first Die Hard, and I definitely think it's the most action-packed and suspenseful.
Simply say there was a fat woman on it and it took you a minute to get her off. No.
Something else that's so brilliant is all the twists and turns that go on in this movie. Like, we think we're doing something, but it turns out we're doing something completely different. An example of this is Simon calls the NYPD and says, I planted a bomb in a school. And you'll have to guess what it is. So all the policemen rush out at every single school in New York City. While all this happens, John and Zeus are playing Simon Says wherever, or else he'll blow up something else. And while all this is happening, Simon and his men rob the Federal Reserve Bank, rob all the gold from the Federal Reserve Bank. And we of course have John McClane that we love.
Mickey O'Brien, Aqueduct Security. Hey, listen, we had a report of a guy coming through here with 8 reindeer. Yeah, they said he was a jolly old fat guy with a snowy white beard.
And the action scenes are top notch. You got a subway, you got an elevator, you got a water tunnel, you got a car chase, you got a boat, and you got the ending.
Say hello to your brother.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Getting into the negatives. I have no negatives, but I have minor nitpicks. Mostly the characters of the terrorists, because I feel like we don't really get to know them like we do in 1 and 2. Like, in this movie, we just see them stick gold in their pocket and then get killed by McClane eventually. And another thing is that, I don't know if you notice this when you watch the movie, but when you watch it, it has weird edits and cuts, but it's not that bad. It's just minor nitpicks. For the best kill, or I should say kills, go to the terrorist in the elevator named Carl, Kurt, Gunther, and Otto. The tension is heavy in this scene. He shoots Carl and Kurt from behind and bashes Gunther's head on the wall multiple times. And the best part is McClane blowing off Otto's head. So with that, I give Die Hard with a Vengeance a 9 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. Die Hard with a Vengeance is a really fun time. If you want a movie that is non-stop action and has you on the edge of your seat the whole time, then I'd give you Die Hard with a Vengeance. So that's Die Hard with a Vengeance, a fun action movie with good action sequences, set pieces, and good performances. Anyways, I'm Scott, and I talk movies.